Deputy Minister David Morrison. How do you see this?
Again, I mean, this clearly shows how Canada has behaved in this whole issue. And there is a background to this. If you recall, the Washington Post carried a story, I think it was on the 14th of October, based obviously on leaks by Canadian officials of a meeting in Singapore and about whatever they knew about what they feel is a case that they have. And now they've admitted on the 29th of October to the Committee on Public Safety, Standing Committee on Public Safety and National Security, that indeed they had leaked this information to the Washington Post and had even named a very senior minister in the Indian cabinet. Now, I'm astounded. I mean, this sort of behavior is in contravention of all diplomatic norms. It's completely bizarre and a piece with this Canadian government. This Canadian government shelters terrorists. If you recall that another government and another Prime Minister, who happened to be the father of the current Prime Minister of Canada, took very little or no action on the Kanishka bombing, where an Air India plane was blown up and a very large number of Canadian citizens, be they of Indian origin, but a very large number of Canadian citizens were killed. And now, in a situation like this, where at least 26 terrorists who have been wanted by the Indian government and an extradition request had been made to the Canadian government, they have disregarded. They have taken no action. So I find this whole thing quite bizarre, that in turn they are blaming us. They seek cooperation from us, but provide no evidence. They apply. I was listening to the interview of our High Commissioner when he returned. They wanted to travel to India, this team, so-called team, of professionals or technical personnel, wanted to travel. When 1 day's notice, they came and said, we want to go today. I mean, that's not how visas. I'd like to see how long Canadians take to give visas to our delegation. So I think this is completely bizarre. This is unacceptable behavior. And I must say that our spokesperson was rather restrained, and the government has been rather